According to Zoroastrianism, Ahura Mazda, who was the god of wisdom, he created the first man, Gayomart. And because he knew that Gayomart would eventually die, from his seed, he erected the first couple. And I want to read to you a little bit about this couple. It says, "Initially, the two grew together, entwined as a kind of tree, the tree of life, a very common symbol throughout different religions. And the fruit they produced became the 10 races of the earth. They began in goodness, but Ahriman is Ahura Mazda's brother, but he is the god of evil. Ahriman sent demons to corrupt them, and some of their actions became evil, but in spite of their corruption, deep down they kept their heavenly self, which meant that they still had the power to make good decisions and choose a moral path through life." I have just 2 more points to make. One is about the tree. Remember how they were entwined as a tree? It says, because the first creation was in an ideal state, the original tree needed no bark to protect its branches and no thorns to defend its fruits. The last thing I want to talk about revolves around the sacred flame, which is a very prominent symbol in Zoroastrianism. So prominent that it led many people into wrongly believing that Zoroastrians worship fire. While it's their choice if they wanted to, the fact is they don't. They worship Ahura Mazda, the god of wisdom, but the sacred flame symbolizes Ahura Mazda. Now, why am I saying all of this? I'm saying this because we are so convinced with ourselves that we find it irrelevant to look into the past. We find it irrelevant to look at other religions. However, when you look into the symbology, you will realize we have so many common grounds. We are, after all, an extension of the past. This religion is so old, and look at the common grounds: good and evil, heaven and hell, wisdom and evil, the tree of life, the perfect creation, initially at least, the perfect creation of the couple. I think it's a very imperative thing to start opening up a little bit. Instead of just pointing fingers and saying, this is heresy, this is outside of our premises, this is outside of our beliefs, therefore everything about it is immoral. Why don't you look into the morals of different stories of creation? Why don't you take a look at people's intentions and how this has probably improved their lives in their own personal way? The fact that we have built walls among one another, failing to understand that good and evil lies everywhere, even among ourselves. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's not what religion you believe in, it's what you make out of it. Therefore, I think we should let go of our arrogance, look into the past, and understand the similarities while respecting the